Am I coming through clearly? I just want to make sure that that is worked out. So I'm having. Am I coming through clearly? Oh, I just want to make sure. Yep, I can actually turn up the game a little bit. Yeah, just fiddling with various meters, trying to make everything sound good. So, I think, let's see how the audio's balanced now. There is indeed sound. Because I also do the giveaways, we won't be able to give away copies until after the stream, which means that you get the benefit of looking at the game first. Woohoo! Copies until after the stream, which means that you get the benefit of looking at the game first. Woohoo! Does everything sound good? Am I too loud? Too soft? Too manly and hard? Let me know if I have to fiddle with anything, because I don't want to have to fiddle with it again. Closing out everything but Twitch. Okay, sounds good. Okay, great. We're gonna have a fun day today. It's gonna be a fun day. It's gonna be like Sunday, only it's a fun day. As you can tell, I'm a little bit delirious. I haven't slept in several hours, but you know what? We're gonna play an awesome game. We're gonna help out this pretty darn cool developer, and we're gonna talk about some cool stuff. So, without further ado, shabow. Spirits of Xanadu, everybody. What is Spirits of Xanadu? It's an atmospheric first-person experience, is the best way I can put it. It's set upon this ship, and stuff happens, and it's a fairly short game. You can get one of the endings in about 2 hours, 3 hours. 3 to 6 hours is the average, but if you do it shorter, you miss so much of the story. The story is really the focus here, so you can actually even turn the whole fighting off. That's how important the story is here, so that's a really cool option. I'm going to turn off motion blur, make sure that's off. We're going to have shadows at medium, VSync as always. But yeah, you can turn off combat, and it's a really unique game. I played through it and I have no freaking idea what I just played, which is both amazing and yeah, slightly just a little bit scary. So I'm looking forward to showing you guys a really cool game today. For my audience from over at Video Games and the Bible, I did some tweets about the game. If you want to know about the content before you pick up a copy, there is one example of erotic art of the lesbian variety. You've also got a few examples of profanity, though that's not very well seen. You've got some blood splatters, but the only violence in the game is against other robots. You aren't a robot, but you fight robots. Apparently, someone decided it was a good idea to set all of the robots to try to eat your soul, or something to that effect. So, yeah, it deals with some very mature themes. It's a very mature game with a very charming art style, so I just recommend everybody know what you're getting into. As always, know the game, and if you don't like a game, if you can't play a game within 72 hours, pass on it, leave it for somebody else. The game releases tomorrow, but you can pick up a copy from GamesMatter free today. And please give the developer all the coverage and buzz you can. I haven't heard too much about Spirits of Xanadu, and you do need to hear more, regardless of whether or not it does fit perfectly with your beliefs or worldview or whatever. The game is good, and more people need to know about it. So, tell them, and let everybody decide for themselves. That's my philosophy. So, without further ado, here is Spirits of Xanadu. I can't believe I didn't say the title before. Developed by Lee Williams and Alan... I forgot his last name. I'm so sorry, man. But yeah, Lee Williams and Alan... Let's just call him Alan Manley. Alan Dude. We'll call him Alan Dude. So, Alan Dude the Beard Maximus... and Lee Williams, they made this game that's inspired by System Shock and Deus Ex, removed of the RPG elements, but you've still got the same sort of very atmospheric feel. I remember when I first played this sequence, it scared the bejabbers out of me. So here's one of the ubiquitous audio logs. And flashlight. To the active commander of ERA research vessel Xanadu, being the highest ranking officer aboard said vessel, usual channels of communication having failed to respond as of the 21st of March 1983, this order has been issued and sent in the care of Operative 375. That's you. It is a direct imperative of the highest order, and immediate compliance is required as follows. Course to be set immediately for Earth. Coordinates, those are important later. The safety of materials, any system failures preventing the Xanadu's return to Earth to be immediately addressed by any means possible, and the safety of materials collected on the surface of Dune to be ensured by any means possible and to take precedence over all other concerns, including crew welfare. That's usually a bad sign. Failure to comply with this order will be considered a Class 3 act of insubordination and tried as such. No extenuating circumstances will be considered. This order has been ratified by the Board of Trustees of the Extrasolar Research Association on the 21st April 1983 and is issued on their behalf by Admiral Prescott Sully. My question is, why didn't we get this version of 1983? This is freaking awesome. We have spaceships. I'm sad we didn't get this version. Get back home. You quickly learn that that is only the beginning. And keep yourself safe, okay? See you in a few months. Good luck. Yep, those flashes, that's something for anybody who's epileptic. Those flashes are a big part of the game. It ties in with the general theme of not knowing who the heck or what the heck. Oh, okay, there's a robot. We're gonna, if we can sneak, we can destroy him by shooting his red spot, or we can disable him from behind and then blow him up with a chargey pistol. There is a grate that I can open, which is, you know, ubiquitous in any first-person game. You've got to be able to go into all the grates. It's like first-person shooter in the future 101. I really like this in-game. You can save your mission data, list personnel. You can look at the different cameras All of this is controlled by the mouse. The way that they did that, I'm still pretty amazed that they managed to do that. It's pretty cool. So we're going to save our mission data, not because it's particularly necessary, but because it looks really cool. So we're going to keep moving along. Fire hose. The Chinese subtext, it means a little bit later. But here, we're finding another grate. And behind this grate, I already beat the game once, so I know a little bit. You find the first in this series of tales, little bits of this tale about an... Well, I won't spoil it for you. Blazed like 1,000 suns, having been anointed by the handmaidens of Sirazd, with certain precious oils, and he carried in his hands her gift to him, the awful mirror of truth, which would always show its beholder what would have happened had it not been consulted. Then for a whole night Harun al-Din sat before the mirror, and it showed him strange likenesses, which were in turn reflected by his own face, so that there was a flickering between them as of a flame in the wind. O night, we who dwell in the desert of the world are not permitted to know of such things. Beneath our feet only count the countless grains of sand. Above our heads the wild and sorcerous skies. The lives of men are as stars in the darkness, uncertain in brightness and number. Just before the sun rose above the dunes, Harun al-Din, I hope I'm saying that right, made obeisance, cover all your bases, as is customary, then took the treasures he had won upon his back and continued his journey. It's weird coming back to it, having already finished the game once. Everything makes so much more sense now, but I still have no idea what the freak is going on. And you'll see why in a second. I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see this. As you can see, all of the lights are off at the moment. There's robots patrolling. I don't want to... If I get to the oh, okay, what was that? I still don't know what... So we managed to take out a robot cleanly. I think we're gonna... I'm not gonna turn on the lights yet. I know if I go to auxiliary power in engineering, I can turn on the lights, and it makes things a little bit easier to see. And I think I'll do that. But first, I want to show you a section that I think its horror can only really be comprehended in the full dark. The red light of a... I am an MLG sniper. Yeah, it's white and primary like Mirror's Edge. Not quite. It's more of a very minimalistic color. Oh, those kabuki masks. I still, as I said, I beat the game once. I have no idea what they mean. No idea what's going on. It's cool and it's crazy all at the same time because we expect to have our hands held in so many games these days.
If you have found this audio log, then I have failed. Should I succeed, I will destroy it before the ship reaches Earth. My name is Cornell Johns, and I am the principal engineering officer on board the Xanadu. I am sound of body and mind. Sounder, I think, than I have ever been. The same cannot be said for my crewmates. That which strengthens me is a cancer to them. They will despise me for it in time. So I have acted first. I have disabled the ship's computers and taken the control of the vessel into my own hands. I do not relish this deception, but it is necessary. The captain, I feel, can no longer do her job. Let my intentions be clear. I wish only to secure our safe passage home.
When I found this thing, I stared at it. When I first found it, I stared at it for like a full minute, just listening, and this game will do stuff to you, man. It messes with your mind in all the right/wrong ways. Oh my gosh, I can't escape this. Kublai was here. That's totally kosher to do. Reprogram survey droid 4. Investigate periodic power losses in G-Shaft 3. Fix oven door, test door override controls, blah blah. And I'm hearing I hate when I hear those banging noises. Makes me want to shoot everything in sight. Outside the window doesn't seem like there's anything, well, not alive, but moving at least, which is a small comfort. This is Cornell Johns. This is engineering department. As you saw earlier, he's the engineering officer. So, want to hear a scary story, kids? But yeah, he's the engineering officer. He's obsessed with this stuff, and already weird stuff is happening. We're finding clues that something crazy happened, and you're gonna find more. I know the password to this door, and I want to press the buttons, but I'm not, because it's really cool how you find the solution to it. Everything, it's sort of like Gone Home-ish in that, well, not Gone Home-ish, but I mean everything is set in the world. Everything is in fiction. It doesn't really break the fourth wall at all, which is in an age where everything is meta, just to have this thing where it's very immersive. It's both a nice change of pace and also pretty darn scary. Here's storage. We're gonna walk into here before we turn on auxiliary power. There's a nav server data. We're gonna need that if we want to power up this ship, as our mission directive is open all the drawers to get back home. Let me see. There's nothing else in here except for a vent. And the prior knowledge, folks, it heals all things. It binds us together. It helps me avoid... Oh, lights. Let there be light. So here's a little puzzle. You figure out how to turn navigation and such on. I'm not going to turn it on, though. Again, it's so weird how much this relies on not knowing what's going on. We see what's online, what's offline. Engines. We need to clear out the engines. Why don't we take care of that now? We're in engineering. It's only a short trip to walk back and take care of the engine room. Okay. Man. And there's a turret there. Oh! If I was on peaceful mode, I wouldn't be getting shot. Run right through your cone of vision. I love how everything sort of ragdolls. I can sort of still affect it. That's what you get for shooting me. All I want to do was repair your life. Look what you made me do. Oh, we have a puzzle here. Obstruction detected. And there's fuel cells out. That probably isn't a good thing. I probably want to flip the switches or levers, depending on what side of the ocean you're on. At GamesMatter HQ is giving away free copies of the game. So if you want to grab one, I definitely advise doing so immediately. We're giving away limited copies because we don't want to devalue the game. We always don't want to do that. And we also want to make sure that the game is, redeemed and played, and that the fulfillment is fulfilled, which is part of the reason why we track if everybody redeems their title and that they do the right thing with the game or whatever. But yeah, it's weird. But today we're giving less copies than normal just because the game is about to launch. It's launching tomorrow. You get to get in early. we don't want to give out too many copies because, first of all, the developers were awesome enough to participate, and we should be actually seeing a post-mortem from them up on the GamesMatter website up here soon. But also because, yeah, we want to get you excited to show you something that you probably haven't heard of Spirits of Xanadu. I definitely didn't. So I'm excited to show it off to you guys today. A nice view of nothingness. Creepy Great, Downward Fall, Land Perfectly Safe, Science, and a gun, because everybody hides shotguns and grates. Any jump scares in the game? I don't think they're quite jump scares, more so. Is there in-game food? Yes. Yeah, we're gonna be giving away. We're giving away copies. All you have to do is ask, and when you do receive the game, you have to do Steam reviews, a shout out to the developers, of course, thanking them, and with the tag GamesMatter. Essentially, the program is all about getting developers, worthy developers, the attention that they need to succeed, and only you guys can make that possible. So. The fact that we don't have to usually worry, the fact that the vast majority of you guys love independent developers, and you fulfill the obligation, which is giving press and coverage and building buzz around the game through social media and various channels. The fact that you guys do that, and I don't have to worry 99% of the time, it matters so much. Thank you guys for being so awesome. I just put on the other view right now, as I'm going to making sure Spirits of Xanadu. Right now we have how many people watching? 8 people watching. That's pretty cool. We had 11 earlier too, so we got a pretty stable number. But I want to make sure it's listed under. Right now we're playing game development, but I think I want to put Spirits of Xanadu. If it's categorized, I want to put that there instead. You really want to try this? Well, you can. It comes out March 26th, or you can get a copy from @GamesMatter HQ on Twitter. That's where GamesMatter is run through. The website is games-matter.com. Yeah, you can get, thanks to the developer, we're giving away copies free. All you have to do is give your feedback, your honest feedback about the game, to help them make better games in the future, and as any coverage you can. If you can make a video, or if you can make a Steam review, or if you can't do any of them, it all helps. Basketball is my favorite sport. I love it when they dribble up and down the court. Ah, shoot. This doesn't matter, but I want to ace this. I'm hearing a weird noise. And there's a shower here. Can I kick this? Can't kick it. Can I? It's hypnotic. I was never good at basketball. This game is mocking me. Let's leave off the awesome basketball skills for later. Here's a page. The line around her neck, where every night her head would be struck from her shoulders, in the morning magically restored to her. The great devil Shaitan, trapped in the exact center of the earth. Man. Considering themselves fortunate to be beholden only to Allah, but the world which Shaitan imagines is a world in which, yeah, there's some deep stuff there. If you wanna, it's weird. You can go speedrun through this game, but then and just be like, oh, this is like System Shock. There's robots, but you'd lose so much, and I don't think the game would be as fun if you didn't. I will dunk. Okay, can I dunk? No. Can't put any finesse on the ball. Just gotta get it straight in. Oh shoot. I am playing basketball. Okay, don't hate the player, hate the game, okay? Just because you don't have arms and you pop the ball when you play does not mean you have to kill me. Now back to the important things. Ah, shoot. So close. If I can finesse it. Be honest, guys. You just want to watch me try to put this ball in a hoop for an hour. This basketball challenged my manhood and insulted my mother. I have to do this. I'm just now noticing the bullet holes I put all over the room. That's what jealousy will do to you, kids. Makes you crazy. Jealousy and envy. No, envy. Saw a Simpsons meme today talking about jealousy versus envy and their definitions. It was funny. Okay. So close. Yeah, most of the world is very interactive. There's actually, if you go to this central area, right? Now we're seeing like all these different enemy types. There's a giant box of cigarettes, and if you just smoke them all, every time you smoke, you take damage, which is nice. But if you smoke them all, if you just like try to smoke them all as fast as you can literally die from smoking. And we have some interesting Hamlet in space, world's first zero-G performance. Some interesting things in the world. As you can see, I just drank some soda, smoke, but you have reloading health, so really the only purpose is to make you feel more immersed. Here we have cassette, all sorts of tapes. What do we have here? Solaris, the Underside, Deliverance, The Exorcist. This is the 1983. Remember, Rocky. So if you're on a space journey, this is a movie called Overlook. It looks pretty artsy. Xanadu. Pretty interesting there. We have a guitar. You can interact with it. It's not quite fully interactive, but you can interact with enough elements of the world to make every little thing pretty cool. Anybody know any good songs? I play requests, children's parties. And there's an arcade game here. Oh shoot. Yeah, I don't think there's any really jump scares. It's just, yeah, it's weird things happen and you don't know why. And you won't really know why even after you finish one of the game's endings, which is one of the cool things about it. This dude asks if I want to play chess and tries to destroy me. Don't explode next. And I'm dead. And I woke up. I've never been to this place before. I mean, I have before, but like in this playthrough, all I did was die once, and Where am I? What am I doing? That's what you're going to be asking yourself a lot in this game. What is this leading me towards? Can't hurt to sort of follow it, can it? Right? Let's put the gun away for a second. It's nice to always be able to experience the world without a constant floating gun in your hand. It seems like someone spilled some peanut butter and jelly all over the floor. Man, this is one of the first moments when I realized that the game had changed. I had no idea what was going on, and I had to find out real quick what this is not an average game. So what do you guys say? Do I shoot it? Do I walk into it? How do I confront this threat? Up to you guys. Oh shoot, you can't see it. That's anticlimactic. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Man, it's been that way for like 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I thought I turned it back. That's awkward. I apologize, guys. I guess it preserves the mystery of the game. You have no idea what the heck is going on, just like I did. What do I do? Do I shoot this? Do I walk into it? What's going on? What you tell me. Can I leave this room? Wow, my vision's getting all blurry, like in real life. Play basketball again. Last time I shot this and some weird stuff happened. I think I'm going to walk into it. And now I'm at a blood streak. That isn't creepy at all.
Is the last confession and farewell of Cornell Jones, as I slip them from my shoulders like an old coat.
You can uncover secret areas. They have peak, mouse peak.
Captain Zhao is no longer to be trusted or reasoned with. If she cannot be stopped, she will sacrifice our lives to a blind fear of the unknown. She is a Herodin, an ape, a rosebud ape. Solomon panders to her delusions with his idiot experiments like a child with a chemistry set, a ruptured balloon. But I feel a bigger ape woken and walking abroad. Here
The procedures for a quarantine.
static crackle of his fur, pleasures upon pleasures. Their little walls crumble, and it worries them to peek into the rooms next door. Yet individuals are nothing. They are not needed. There is a mess of chatter when there should be a single note of pure harmony. I have not told the half of what I have seen. There is a great war coming, and it will wash all these little ripples away. There is a...
This is weird. I'm finding things that are different than they were before. I know I probably need a cryogenic pod if I'm going to go back to Earth, like my directive states. Yeah, the med bay smashed. This thing is non-functional. And robots and pieces all around me. Death to all robots. The reason the robots had to die, I could actually have turned the game onto peaceful mode and I wouldn't have had to shoot any robots. But since I'm a bloodthirsty Neanderthal, I just had to shoot stuff. Also, I want to show you guys the combat in the game. The combat is definitely not the highlight, it's the story. So you can skip it without really feeling too bad. So we're going to slide here. What's this about?
Captain Lucy Zhao, 24th March. The symptoms are worsening. I now feel... They now include heart palpitations, auditory hallucinations, bouts of delirium, inexplicable losses of motor control, and... To speak informally, I feel I am losing my
Smoking leftover cigarettes on an abandoned table. That's how that's how we roll. Games matter, y'all.
I had thought John's was more trustworthy, but I am not certain anymore that he can be trusted at all. Since we have discussed the measures appropriate for an outbreak of this sort, he has been distant. I do not feel the quarantine measures will be enough. I worry that he is somehow responsible for the problems with the ship's systems. This is not a formal accusation. I have no one to talk to.
I wonder what that one dude thinks when, like, all of his buds are just, like, gone. Hey man, did you see Twilight Breaking Dawn? What? Okay. Did not see you there. It's a lone robot, we can take this. Just gotta aim right and... Just die. Okay. Oh, I never restored the this section and the auxiliary power. Awesome. Yay me. It's weird. Robots respawn and roam the ship. It's creepy. Run, 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 run. Dang it. Every time you die, you respawn in the brig. And things stay the way that you left them, except that, you know, enemies respawn and etc. It makes you feel like you're slowly losing your sanity, as, you know, nothing stays the same. Everything is weird, and yet changes remain constant even through death. It's, Yeah, this is a strange game. It's a strange, cool game. You can pick up a copy from at GamesMatter HQ on Twitter. If you fulfill the GamesMatter rules, and the GamesMatter rules can be found on games-matter.com. We've got another dude following us. Oh shoot! All of robot hell has come after me. Man. Here. I'll move this over. The food is in the medical bay. The taser sound, yeah, it's delicious. It's very lo-fi and chunky, like the rest of the game. Like everybody knows, chunky peanut butter, that's where it's at. Actually, it's creamy. Actually, it's creamy, but I'm not gonna tell anyone that. We just found a robot at the urinal. I'm sorry, the toilet. And this game, I'm telling you, man, has the most detailed toilets ever. I'm gonna go over to the ladies section since, you know, nobody cares. Everybody's pretty much dead, I think. Flip toilet lid, flip toilet seat. You can... so detailed. And you can see the water swirl, and, you know, that's where it's... that's where it's at. You don't need 10 million ADP. All you need is working toilets. Sometimes I think it's weird how it seems like I whiff shots that I should make. Yeah. Yeah, and you can think of the earlier section where it's just a black screen. Think of it as an audio drama. Perform survey. There's no power to this section, so nothing can happen. Interesting. I didn't realize before how crucial restoring power as quickly as possible was. Dang it. And you can essentially just retry over and over and over, no matter how many times you die. I think I am indeed using OBS. What's up? Is there an issue? Are you going to tell me something that invalidates my life? What is wrong? I should also say the game can potentially... Oh, shoot! Man! The game can potentially look prettier. It's just I don't have the beefiest build. I'm streaming from a laptop, which people just tell you not to do, but I'm a maverick, so I do it anyway. Let's follow this blood trail, because everybody knows good things happen when you follow blood trails in movies. It makes sense, you know? Man. Okay. Let's look here. 83/4/26. It's actually the 26th of April. It's actually the 26th of March here, so that's eerie. Some more of the story of Harun al-Din. There's so many layers to this game. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, garbage. It's weird that the jump scares in this game aren't meant to be jump scares, but more so. There's that mask that was floating. They aren't meant to be jump scares more so than just like, I hate to sound so artsy fartsy, but like echoes of what has been. Like this, you know, when you stand in certain places you'll hear a sparkle, and near there.
This is the last confession and farewell of Cornell Johns, as I slip him from my shoulders like an old coat. I have killed my crewmate Solomon Agnew with a .35 screwdriver pushed up into his skull from under his chin. He pleaded with me not to do it, and I held him and cried, shedding my humanity like a man sweating out poison. Then I finished him carefully.
Yeah, some deep stuff to be talked about.
In his eyes as he left, the life force arcing between severed nodes, the long leaps of faith.
This song, on the other hand, is pretty darn cool. I have no idea what they're saying, but it's.
All his maniacs
Oh,
within an instant. It was a mercy to kill him. I took his body and I gave it up into the night, into the sunless sea. The captain will be next. Her thoughts are an interference, a mouthless drone fringed with sinuous rails. When I return to Earth, I will be clothed in light, scoured like a missing piece. I will be a sample. A sample. I will be an example.
the science officer had tons of soda. This dude knew a good time. I think one of the most interesting parts of the story is actually the crew's quarters. That's why I'm not going down there. I want you all to discover it for yourself if you pick up the game today. And even if you don't pick up the game, spread the word about not only the stream, because it's almost over, but just the game. The game is Spirits of Xanadu. It comes out March 26th. People who pick up the game from GamesMatter today can spread the word and get the buzz and write Steam reviews and do all sorts of stuff. Basically, get as much coverage going for the game as quickly as possible. Shoot, I hate those things. Yeah, OBS usually works very well for me. It's also free. Let's not forget that. No. No. No death. I say no to death. I say nay. Oh, I actually survived that. Oh, and when I'm about to die, I see like a kabuki mask. If I turn off this flashlight. Or is it reflected in the flashlight? I'm second guessing myself in so many different ways. Yeah, the crew's quarters is one of the most interesting parts of the ship. This is a death trap. It's two turrets just like looking at each other. Cornell Johns, that dude. That dude is a trip. And apparently there's laptops you can look at the emails and stuff. Let's see if we can find out more about Agnew. He was my favorite character as I was going through the game, as I found out more about him.
Hello, darling. I've just been listening to the recording I made for you last night on my birthday. It's a recording that you'll never hear. I know that much. If I tell you that I had a few drinks first, you'll already know what it was like. But it was a good day. John's fiddled with robots, and they threw a kind of party for me. It was pretty nice of him, considering. Anyway, communications are still down, so I can't send a message in the usual way. I wanted to record this one just to say, I love you. Just that. I love you. I opened up your birthday card, and it made me cry like that. Sick of space. It's beautiful. I'm sick of it. Talking of which, John's has a cold. I know, a cold. Where'd that come from? I'll send this message when he gets the house over again.
I'm afraid I don't think he ever got the chance to send that message. Just like this, never got the chance to leak coolant. What do y'all think of the game so far? Because I know we're giving away on GamesMatter, and again, for those who are concerned about it from my audience over Video Games the Bible, I did some tweets about it, about the concerns, and I spoke about it at the beginning of this stream. But yeah, what do you guys think of the game? It's pretty interesting, wouldn't you say?
All personnel, please report to the bridge.
Hate those things. Oh shoot. See? That artifact. You know what? Come on.
The time is 0800 hours on the dot.
Remember that artifact I touched earlier, guys? Here it is. It's in pieces, even though I was in like a hallucination of some sort.
Open up Object 7, a seemingly hollow globe of unknown composition as retrieved by our probe from the surface of Demi, following all appropriate protocol and safety procedures as listed in the company book. Yada 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 yada. I'll write all this up properly later. Okay.
I want to touch it.
I'm about to use the laser to attempt a first insertion at the point where sample 7A was collected. Initial setting is 7.3. Oh, wait, that's interesting. There seems to be...
Red infected, yellow probably not infected, green no read, idle. Oh shoot, I'm infected. Well, that's nice. Yes, smoking in this area. Yes, eating in this area. This dude, he wasn't much of a stickler for the rules. I liked him. And the more I found out about him and the whole crew's descent into, well, not madness, but whatever's going on in this story, and I'm not gonna spoil it. It's really interesting. All I read was a few fragments, and yet I cared about these people, or disliked them in the case of Cornell Johns because he's a jerk. There's a bunch of these beers downstairs that you can drink and get drunk, and everything goes wavy. In this game, you really don't want that to happen, because all the crucial details of the world are in small things, and also robots like to attack you when you're drunk. Take advantage of your weaknesses. Yeah, it's not your average FPS at all. Like, you'd look at screenshots, you'd be like, oh, yeah, it's a horror game. It's not a horror game. It's more like a Gone Home or an adventure game, if anything, where you're interacting with the world, immersing yourself in it, like a warm bath of... Dang it. I just want to shoot off my shotgun in the robot assembly room. What's wrong with that? I mean, can you hassle a guy? Seriously. What's with that?
It is the 23rd of March, and the time is 9 something. I still can't access the files on my computer. The headaches are getting worse, and I remember less and less of what happened last week. It seems clear to me that we have contracted some sort of virus. Captain Zhao does not want me to say that until I finish the tests, but it's my opinion. It's my professional opinion. I just wish I could remember. We're a long way from home. It's like a Silk Road that... I'm sorry, I really don't know what I was...
It's not your average FPS at all. I think this is a good place to stop. Actually, going back to the correct scene. I mean, yeah, the more I show the game, the more I'll spoil it. And you can get a free copy from GamesMatter. Again, I'll say that again. But if you want to support the developer, you can both buy the game tomorrow. You can spread the word about it. Tweet about it. Tweet the developers. Do Steam reviews. Every little thing, even though it seems like insignificant, even when it takes only a tiny bit of time, it really helps. And when you talk about the game, please attach it with the tag GamesMatter, because games do matter. And Spirits of Xanadu is one of those games. This has been Nelson for videogamesinthebible.com and GamesMatter. It's been a pleasure showing off Spirits of Xanadu. It will be available on Steam PC tomorrow, and I want to thank you guys for supporting GamesMatter and coming out. This was a lot of fun. My body is screaming for sleep. I haven't had more than like an hour in like 24 hours, a couple hours. But yeah, you guys helped keep me awake. And this game, quite awesome. Even when it turned into an audio drama. So, yeah. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys. Definitely, we're going to be putting this up on YouTube and all that stuff. Talk about it. I mean, that's the biggest thing, especially with recent controversies. The biggest thing is so many independent developers are no longer getting talked about. Just talking about it, even with your friends, it really makes a difference. So I want to thank you guys, again, for coming out and supporting GamesMatter. This has been Nelson. It was a pleasure. It was really fun. I'm glad to have been with you today, and I am signing off. You can find GamesMatter at games-matter.com. There you'll find honest, heartfelt messages from developers and from the GamesMatter team. We recently got one by Brandon Goins called Nothing is Wasted that really shows you the value of even small things in life. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm glad that's on our site. We're also at GamesMatter HQ and on YouTube. And a number of all things, you can find that all at GamesMatter. I'm going to shut up now. Just read the rules, pick up a copy of the game free today, give the developers all your love. Thank you guys for thank you for the stream. Well, thank you guys for watching, and take care. Until next time, this has been GamesMatter. Bye.